Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to a new positive affirmations video. Almost messed up there, but I think I got it. Alright, so tonight's video will be for those days where your worries are just overwhelming, the overthinking won't stop, and your brain just can't seem to shut up. So I hope you will be able to feel a bit better while, or at least after, watching this video. So sit back, relax, get snuggly, and I hope you enjoy. So let's start with, I think, something that a lot of us worry, which is the future. When I just got out of university, I didn't really know what to do, and I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, if some of you don't know. I studied biology before that and law after biology, and I didn't like any of that. So I ended up with sociology, and I really enjoyed that. But during my degree, I didn't really have a goal. I didn't really have a plan what I want to do in life, and I think a lot of people don't have that, or at least not very specific. And I want to let you know that it's okay to not have a clue. Of course, you need money and stuff, but it's okay to try this, work here, work there, try to figure out what you like. I think a lot of us are pressured by some older generations who are like, oh, you have to study this and then you have to work this job for the rest of your life. And that's just kind of not how I think this generation is working, because most jobs are not really enough to pay rent. Like, you could work a 40-hour job and not be able to afford rent in a lot of cases. So being like, oh yeah, just work and, buy a house and stuff, it's just unfortunately not that realistic anymore. And I feel like a lot of us, me included, are like, oh, I just kind of want to work enough so I can comfortably live, but not more than that, because a lot of goals that our parents or grandparents had, like building a house and stuff, has gotten very unrealistic for a lot of people. And that is okay. I mean, it's not cool, but it is okay to not have these goals, to not have, a job that you adore and want to do for the rest of your life. It's okay to have a job now and then maybe see like what you're gonna do next. Don't stress too much about the future. Maybe your dream job is going to come in 1 or 2 years. So much that is happening in life is coincidence, timing, luck, and I feel like if you plan too much, if you expect too much, you're only putting more of a toll on yourself than it's helpful. I hope that was an English sentence. I obviously understand how it's not that easy for a lot of people, But please don't let expectations from others keep you from pursuing happiness. It is okay to struggle. It is not cool to struggle, but it's okay. And so many people struggle. The future is extremely unclear. You don't know what people in power are going to do. You don't know where you are going to be in a few years. You'll see that when you get there. So, this pretty famous quote, if you worry about the future now, you're only going to be worrying twice, is actually so true. I just kind of stopped worrying about what's going to happen in like 3 years. I worry about what's maybe happening next month, and I'll go from there. Because where I am right now was also not a plan. I had no idea that I'm going to be here. I am so lucky that I can do this, thanks to you all. And I never expected it. So maybe something unexpected can happen to you too. I hope what I said just made sense. I hope you got the point that I was trying to make, that worrying too much about future struggles will often do more harm than good. And I think there's another thing that kind of ties into that fear of the future, which is a lot of anxiety that we have about the future, but also about present things. The climate the world is in, as of the day this video is uploaded, it feels very dense, and it can lead to so much anxiety, to a feeling of pressure and fear. But you, if you're not a person in power, you can't really do anything about that. And that is on one hand scary, and on one hand kind of relieving. Like, of course, there are options when things get really bad, but you don't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. It is okay to have anxiety, it is okay to be scared, but you don't have that responsibility. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. It is okay to put your phone away and not look at the news. It is okay to kind of distance yourself from that stuff if it makes you feel bad. Okay? You can just shut it off for some time. I know that a lot of people are like, no, you have to be involved, you have to do this and that. You don't if you can't. Because if you reach that point where you can't fall asleep because you're so worried and scared, it won't do any good. Okay, so it's okay to sit back and just watch an ASMR video from yours truly and shut off the outside world for some time. No one's going to blame you for having to take care of your mental health, of your stress levels, and you have to be able to sleep well. And if looking at the news before bed is not giving you that, which I don't think anyone is like, oh yeah, let's check the news, they're so relaxing. It's okay to put your phone away and just enjoy some nice ASMR. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay? And another anxiety thing that I want to mention is social anxiety. I used to have a lot of social anxiety, but not so much anymore. And I think streaming really helped me. But I think what also helped me was really realizing that if I don't care, why should others? Like, for example, if you think, like, oh my god, what I said was so embarrassing. When I hear someone say or do something embarrassing, I'm just like, and then move on. I think we interpret way too much into other people's behavior and reactions than they actually have. Everyone is pretty self-absorbed and worrying about their own person. So don't worry about yourself too much, because what other people see of you is way, 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 way less than what you see of yourself. So when there's something embarrassing happening, when you have some social anxiety, think, would I care? Would I be like, oh my god, that was so embarrassing, when what happened to me happened to someone else? I really hope that most of your reaction would be, I wouldn't care. Or be like, I would maybe think about it like, oh, poor thing, and then move on with your day. Because that's what I do. I do not remember the strangers that I met on the street. If someone, I don't know, like fell down and they're maybe thinking, oh my god, that was so embarrassing, everyone is like going to think I'm such a clumsy person, I would just think, oh my god, are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? That would be my reaction. And I really hope that most of you would have the same reaction. Because if you're like, haha, that person fell down, maybe check your values. But I hope you see where I'm coming from. That everyone is way more self-absorbed and does not care too much about other people. And B, if you wouldn't think this was embarrassing, this was bad, this was unfunny, most people will probably have the same reaction if they're in your friend circle, if they're around you. Okay? I really hope I'm making some sense here. But yeah. And one more last thing. Because someone in my Twitch community mentioned that they sometimes feel like an imposter. And I get that. I get that a lot. Because especially as a content creator, having this, why am I here? feeling is very prevalent. But I kind of started to turn this around in my head and not be like, oh my god, why am I here? To like, I'm here. Damn, I'm good. Like, I made this. You have to hype yourself up more. There are so many people around you who will be more successful, who will do a better job, but they don't matter. You matter to yourself. That's the only person you should care about. And if you are like, hey, I did a good job at work today, you're going to believe it at some point. It takes time and it takes practice, but arrogant people are often arrogant because they are hyping themselves up. And you should do that too, to a healthy amount, but you should do that too. Tell yourself, I did a good job at work today. I'm not an imposter because I did do a good job. Yeah, there are people doing a better job, but I don't need to do a better job. I just need to do a good job, and I did that. You have to be more proud of yourself, because you can be. There's no reason for yourself to always put yourself down, be like, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that. No, you do. You do. I don't know if you get like inheritance that's a few $1,000,000, then different story. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, I would really like you, before you finally go to sleep, to be like, I deserve the good things that happen to me in life. For one reason or the other, it does not matter. I am good at what I'm doing. I don't have to be fantastic. I don't have to be awesome. I am good, and that's enough. I am allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to be here and feel good about being here. You deserve a place on this planet like everyone else does. It's okay to sometimes feel bad about things. It's okay to have bad days, to doubt yourself. But if you let the doubts become a habit, it's hard to get rid of them. So make it a habit to hype yourself up. Make it a habit to make yourself feel good about yourself. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but it comes from someone who was very socially anxious and did not really have much confidence, in the sense of, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And I'm here now. I deserve to be here. I'm a good ASMR artist. Am I the best? Absolutely not. Do I have some people that enjoy my videos? Yes, I do. And I can be proud of myself for that. So I would like you to have the same type of stance when it comes to your own life. You appreciate me, I appreciate you. So please, 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 please make yourself feel appreciated. Because if no one else does it, that was my stomach, I'm so sorry. Because if no one else does it, you can be your biggest hype man or hype woman or hype person ever, okay? And you can do it best because you know your flaws and you know your strengths. You just have to acknowledge them and recognize them and internalize them. That you're like, I'm good at this. And that's good. And I deserve to be good at it. Yeah. Alright, I guess I'm starting to ramble because I'm very hungry. So, well, I hope you are going to sleep with hopefully more relaxed and better mindset. I'm going to grab some food. I wish you all the snuggliest dreams, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.